What's up, everybody?
Hello, how y'all doing tonight?
We're back.
Yes. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Welcome everybody to OURBONDLIVE.
Yes.
Another opportunity we get to share with some trending topics that are going on throughout society, and we get to put our take on it.
Our harmonize
it.
I can't say every week. I mess it up. Hardmanize it. We're the Hardmans.
Yes.
Okay, and we are live on Facebook every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. In a couple of weeks, we'll be going simultaneously live on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So please like, share, follow us. Now, last week, we had 2 watch parties in addition to our live feed, and we did not see the comments until after we were done. So we're going to do better.
So we're going to do a lot better.
We're
we'll
going
be
to be looking at comments on the watch parties as well.
So we'll be watching everyone's comment on the watch party as well as on our regular platform in which we're able to get comments.
Yeah. So we're a digital TV show, digital platform, webcast, podcast.
Whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it. We here every Tuesday night. And so you want to get started and jump on in?
Follow us.
I said that.
Did you say that?
I said that.
Follow us on OURBONDLIVE on all 3 platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And share. I don't remember you saying that, did it?
I'm the Mrs.
And I'm the Mr.
Every Tuesday we wear different shirts. So you never know what you're going to see.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, you said it.
All right.
Share.
Share.
We can just delve in.
All right. So we got a couple of topics that we want to discuss tonight. So let's go ahead and jump in, babe.
So, of course, I always kick it off because I do the most research.
Yeah, she does the most research, and then I just bring it home with my natural talent.
So, okay, so we have a slide. It has, oh, no, we don't have that slide. Okay, so the topic tonight is enough is enough.
Yes, enough is enough.
When you hear, before I get into it, when you hear that, enough is enough, what do you automatically think of? Like, what quickly comes to your mind when someone says enough is enough?
I personally think enough is enough. It can mean a bunch of things, but when a person is tired of just whatever the case may be, they're tired of dealing with their job, or they're tired of dealing with other people, or they're tired of dealing with any situation. So when they say enough is enough, they've had it up to here.
Yeah, and when I hear enough is enough, I think tired of being tired.
Yeah.
So you're done. Right?
You're done.
So tonight we have 2 different people that we're going to be talking about. Totally different people.
Yeah.
Right. But they came to the same conclusion in life, and I love this. So let's go with the first one. We'll put her picture up there first. Tami Rowan.
All right.
Now she's 49 now.
Mm-hmm.
We've been following her since. Don't tell me it was that MTV show, Real World.
Real World back in the day.
They got a Real World Atlanta now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it used to come on MTV.
Mm-hmm.
Real
that
World.
Was like early 90s.
Was it?
Oh, mid 90s, early
something. It was in the 90s. Yeah. It was in the 90s. Yeah. So it was a reality. She was one of the first reality stars.
Yeah.
So currently she's a basketball. She's on that Basketball Wives reality program. She's a former wife of
Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, see, you know what I'm saying? He knows sports. So let me tell you, tonight, because we're talking about the NFL tonight, too.
She had to do her research, I just got natural talent. That's all it is.
So if he cuts me off a lot tonight with the sports thing, that just is what it is. I just pick my battles. It is what it is. So anyway, she's currently married to an NBA player. I do not remember his name. Reggie, you're right.
Yeah, see.
Whatever. I don't know if he's playing right now. He used to. So
he might have
retired
been,
or something.
Whatever
I don't know.
The case may be,
But she has been on Basketball Wives season for 8 years, and she recently announced to the world that she's done.
Yeah.
Done. So people have varying opinions about that. Because it's like, how you gonna, end, those are your coins, and you know, are you sure? You know, but she was done.
She was done.
And so we're gonna see a video clip. We're gonna play a video clip about her.
Yeah.
But then the next person, before you play the video clip, yeah, we're gonna do it together. So then the next person is Andrew Luck. Okay? Andrew Luck. We need to put his picture up there, baby.
All right.
Okay. He is a okay, thank you. Are you paying attention? He is he just recently retired from the NFL.
Yeah.
He used to play for the Colts.
Indianapolis Colts.
See,
he's only 29 years old.
Yeah, he's only 29 years old. He played a full 7 years. This story sparked an interest in me because I think it was the last game he was at or something. After he announced his retirement, you heard people in the stands booing for him.
Yeah.
Booing.
Yeah.
And so he decided to retire at the age of 29. So we're gonna play his video as well. So let's start with Tammy's video, and then we'll discuss. And we're gonna play both of them.
Yeah, we'll have some questions
we'll
afterwards.
Have some questions.
So we want to get your feedback. So as we play these videos, so we're gonna.
That being with this group of ladies is not where I need to be. I want to move on to the things that inspire and motivate me. My family, my acting craft, and my music.
I don't have time nor the energy to be involved with that. You know,
I really want to try to live my life as close to Black excellence as I can. Better because I know to do better. It's been 9 years. It's been a good run. The end of basketball wise for Tammy? Yeah, it is.
This certainly isn't how I envisioned this or planned this, but I am going to retire. This is not an easy decision. Honestly, it's the hardest decision of my life. For the last 4 years or so, I've been in this cycle of injury, pain, rehab, injury, pain, rehab, and it's been unceasing and unrelenting, both in season, and off season. And I felt stuck in it, and the only way I see out is to no longer play football. It's taken my joy of this game away because of how I feel. I know that I am unable to pour my heart and soul into this position, which would not only sell myself short, but the team in the end as well.
People think football players are tough, that they like the contact. I hated contact, so I just ran scared.
Now, see, I hated contact too. So I didn't
you weren't
play.
fast. But you weren't fast.
Now that you're done, has your body fully recovered from the torment of your years in the league?
Not completely. And actually, I think it'll get worse because I'm not working out like I used to.
Are you not playing because you can't or because you just don't want to anymore?
I think it's a combination of both. I can't put in what I want to put in, what I used to put in to get the results that I used to get. You know, my job is to catch the ball. You know, so when catching the ball, when that kind of hurts, you know, that's another flag.
Well, I'd always been aware of the dangers, or I thought I was. In fall camp last year, sustained a hit, and it was nothing out of the ordinary for a linebacker, a physical play, and just thought to myself after that, is this the route I'm going to go? How many times am I going to do this? For how long? And what are the real consequences? So it triggered a change in thought for me. And subsequently, I did a lot of research and ultimately came to the conclusion that no, it wasn't worth it for me personally.
Like in this game, everything I had. And what's funny is that it's amazing what we see with the eyes, and instead of what we actually know. If only I knew what it took to go out there on Sundays and play these games.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started with Andrew, but I wanted to show that other players have done that as well. He's just the latest in that trend.
Yeah.
So let's discuss this.
All right.
Let's discuss this. So let's start with, I wanted to get the videos out the way first. Let's start with Tami.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, reality TV can be very intense.
Yeah.
We've seen Tami grow from fighting.
A whole bunch of ratchetness.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, but she has matured.
Yeah.
And we also, unfortunately, a lot of times in reality shows, it even though it's reality, it's sort of like scripted too.
Yeah.
To where they will highlight like the tense moments and not really show the true person. But I mean, you got to give them something. I mean, if you're acting ratchet and stuff like that, they'll, you know, if you don't act ratchet, they won't show you being ratchet, you know. But at any rate, she has evolved over these years, and she has come to a point in her life where she was tired. She was tired of being around toxic, in her mind, toxic people, toxic relationships. She was tired of how she was being portrayed.
Yeah.
She wanted to evolve and she wanted to grow. And so she came to this conclusion. Enough was enough.
Yeah, and I think in those situations, people have to mature over time. And you know what? I think when people have an opportunity to go back and look at themselves, a lot of times they don't like what they see.
Because you're on TV.
And the camera catches what you say. It's what's coming out of your mouth. There was no fabrication. You said it. And even in the scenario, sometimes they may portray the scenario in a different light, but still, that's something that you did, something that came out of your mouth. And obviously, she got to the point of where she was tired of being the villain and also being someone who is portrayed as just nasty, don't care about anybody, was only for what she wanted. And I think too, she didn't like looking at herself. And a lot of times in those situations, you really can't receive love until you even love yourself. And I don't think in some of those ugly moments or ugly periods in her life, she really didn't love herself. So how could she really give love if at that particular point she didn't love herself?
That's good, because she went through periods where like she lost her mom. So she was really at a low point, you know, and kind of like acting out on everyone. That's, you know, really tough losing a parent. And then she was just going through some infertility issues and things of that nature, and then going through, you know, issues with her daughters. And so I'm noticing on this season, yes, I do watch reality.
Yes, she does watch TV. It, and sometimes she'll pull me into it.
Sometimes I just don't like to think. You know, sometimes, you know, you be thinking all day and stuff. And just sometimes I just be like, okay.
I'm just going to watch something where I don't even have to think. And
I can just look like,
and see what's going on.
Yeah, so I noticed this season she has removed herself from different situations. If she knows, if she's being invited to they have these getaways or a gathering, some event or whatever, she might go to the event but only stay for a short period to show her respects, because she still has love for the girls. Or when they go on these vacations, you can't kind of leave. You're there, right? You're there. She will say, I can't make it. Because she, and I love how she will not put herself in a situation. Like, if you know what your what's a good way to say it? What your pressure points are. Like what will trigger, what your trigger points. What your trigger points and what will set you off, then it takes maturity to walk away.
Not put yourself in that environment.
Right. Do we have some comments?
Yeah, we have a few comments. Couple of hi fam. Hey Doris. Hi Lisa. Hey Auntie. And then one of the comments was she did because she didn't care for her too much in the beginning. So obviously she was talking about Tami. And then a couple other comments where they're conversing with each other. So
yeah, and someone posted. I'm watching in the watch hour. Someone posted mindless entertainment. God, Kendra, that is the perfect way to categorize it.
Yeah, mindless entertainment.
Mindless entertainment. But you know what though? With these reality shows, I really do see they're human, just like us. The only thing is their stuff is being broadcast. And on Front Street Live. And some of us might deal with the same issue. But we handle it privately. You know, so it's just amazing to see how people, because we're all connected. It don't matter what walks of life you come from. At the end of the day, you're a person. You have a heart. You have feelings, and so you can grow in any situation.
And that is a sign of maturity when you are able to look at your life and really begin to look introspectively and retrospectively and just make this statement. You know what? I don't want to live like that anymore. I don't want to be like this anymore. And we have the ability to change what we don't like
in an instant.
Now, we can't change no other person,
but we can
change ourselves and how we respond or relate to whatever situation is going on. And I think when you get to that point, that takes a level of maturity, because a lot of times, too, sometimes you could also feel like you've been getting left out of the situation. But I think the more mature you become, the more you realize, I don't need that. I am whole by myself. If I don't have nothing but a party by myself, I can go buy me some popcorn. I can turn on a movie. I can go somewhere and take my own self out. And I don't really need that sometimes to be in certain relationships with people, especially if it's a dysfunctional relationship, a toxic relationship, just always infighting with the people that you're constantly around. We don't need to have that. And I think the biggest thing that you could do is remove yourself out of that situation and really try to put yourself in a positive environment.
I like that. And someone else, Kendra commented again that sometimes people watch reality shows being broadcast and see that their problems are not as bad as what I think some of it got cut off. Is not as bad as them. That's another thing too. You could be having a very bad day, but then you just click on the TV, be like, "Thank you, Lord. I'll take that. I'll take that what I had, because I see what they're going through." Another thing too, I wanted to
quick comment. What's up, Joseph? Hey.
Another thing too, I wanted to say. It was just I had a fleeting thought. What he was just saying about you can quickly change, like in an instant. You can change. You can change your mind. Now, sometimes you have to be strategic. Like, for instance, Tami probably wanted to leave last season, but she's probably counting her coins and probably had an exit strategy. And was like, okay, well, while I'm here, I'm going to finish out this last season. But while I'm here, I'm going to be making moves, because apparently I think she has like a show on the horizon and some other endeavors and stuff like that. But while I'm here, I know my trigger points. I'm going to move strategically. I'm going to like not be around, you know. So you have to be smart too when you are moving. So let's talk about Andrew.
And the others. I mean, really.
I only did my research on Andrew.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, see, you got to think about it broadly.
So, I really like his story. I've heard this. I heard this a long time ago. And guys, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Hubby, correct me if I'm wrong. But they say when you're out there on the field playing football, it's like you're in a car wreck every single time you're hit. And so imagine us being in a car accident like every single day. What that does not only to your body, but mentally, all of that.
Your psyche.
And that guy Kiki said that he was
Tiki Barber.
I told you he was gonna. Tiki with a T.
Tiki Barber. But go ahead.
Remember, he said he was running scared.
Yeah.
He just didn't want to get hit.
He didn't want to get hit.
So that's what made him good. He was just running scared.
Yeah.
But with Andrew, you know, his priorities changed.
Yeah.
It's what is it, September?
Mm-hmm.
He got married
Yeah.
in March of
Mm-hmm.
this year, in March, and they're expecting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure he's wanting to, you know, enjoy and embrace, you know, just marriage and family. And, you know, I hear the NFL, a lot of concussions and stuff like that. And, you know, if you keep doing that to your body over a while, you know, you might not be able to, like, you know, walk and run and things like that, that you want to do with your kids.
Just from the standpoint of even some of the older players, there are players who can't walk, or players who committed suicide because of CTE. I think it's chronic traumatic synaphyllopathy or something like that. But it's called CTE, and it's where the brain has collisions with the skull because of the impact. And you see people just do crazy things because of what they've experienced over the course of you know, their career, their football career. And you've got kids who are even pros now who've been playing football since Pee-wee all the way through elementary, junior high, high school, all the way through college, all the way. So, you know, I even had a concussion back in high school, well, elementary and high school. And I think what has happened is over the period of time, if you're not careful, your body, all of those physical impacts take a toll on your body. And from Calvin Johnson to Tiki Barber to Patrick Willis to all these different guys.
And then, so the Andrew guy, he walked away. Am I lying? He could have made an additional like $250 million, I think. Or I might be misquoting it, or maybe he already made that.
Well,
but he walked away from some money.
He walked away from like $29 million. Or something like that.
250
no, it might have been a little bit more.
Over the year.
But I think he was due to get this year like $29 million or something like that.
In left, in soft left. So he walked away from that. So one would say, okay, that's a lot of money. But then you have to weigh your life, your quality of life versus money sometimes.
Yeah.
You just have to.
Yeah, and you ask that
sanity.
question. Yeah, you ask that question. What is quality of life worth to you?
That's
that becomes the question, and that can go through a whole gamut. It might just not even just be a physical toll on your body, but the mental anguish. And I think people have even talked about him when he had shoulder injury, and then he had a leg,
arm.
All of that over a period of time can take a toll on you mentally, physically, emotionally, and you really have to be able to get yourself back up. Are you ready to go through this process all over again?
So you think about it. So relate this to your life. I know you might not be in the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might not be on reality TV.
Yeah.
But just start thinking it. What is your, okay, enough is enough?
Yeah.
How do you assess your quality of life for your situation?
Yeah.
Do you love yourself enough? Do you love your family enough to make a change if change is needed? But okay, I want to go to the first question.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple of comments. One was, I feel bad for her. So I guess talking about Tami, sometimes you get put into a situation not really ready for it, and all the bones fall out of the closet. Not easy.
That's good.
And then another one, he made sense. He's made sense to me. Who wants to hurt all the time? So, no one wants to hurt all the time. Your physical pain in your body, and if you have the ability to rectify that situation, why not do it?
Just like, or you could be running scared, like
Tiki Barber.
Okay, I was about to say Kiki. You could be running scared, like Tiki.
Yeah,
and it's like right. Let's go to the first question.
All right. So our first question,
We
let's
have 3
put it up.
questions tonight.
All right. Here's the first question. Who should you tell privately before you make it public?
So when you have, I'm about to read it again. When enough is enough and you're ready to make the change, who should you tell privately before you tell publicly?
All right. So we want to get your comments too as well. Who should you tell privately before you make it public?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What you think?
Because I'm gonna wait till people, comment before I give my answer. But then you got to think: do you want everyone in your business?
Yeah.
Can people handle your business?
Yeah.
And then do people see your vision?
Yeah. People might not understand what you're going through.
They might not understand it.
And your class or your station in life is not has no bearings on nobody else's. So on nobody else's station or class in their life should have no bearings on the decisions that you make. So a lot of times people try to make decisions for you, but they don't know what's best for you.
They don't know what's
Only
best.
you, when you consult, others who may have some wisdom in the area, and you consult God. And if you're at peace with that decision, hey, so be it.
Did someone make a comment?
Someone made a comment. Your spouse, Lisa made the comment. Spouse, yes,
That's true. That's true because they're one with you.
yes,
They're together. They're your rib. We're
that
y'all
should-
rib.
Yeah,
They're your other half. But let me show this, and others can comment. But I want to show you an example while you're thinking on it. Click, show that picture of the growth photo.
okay,
Look at this. This person is trying to grow and go up the hill. He see the vision. He know what God has told him, but look at the people that are pulling them back.
mm-hmm.
You got people saying, "Hey, play it safe. Everything's fine. Why you tripping?
You should be happy with what you have. You changed.
You changed. I've seen the change in you now. Now, granted, the person wants to grow and change even more, but they're saying, and what's the other one? Oh, yeah, be happy with what you have. Isn't that life?
Yeah.
Doesn't that always happen?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to. When I saw that, I'm like, that is what we go through every day, and it's hard sometimes that people can pull you back. It can be family, and sometimes it can be the spouse.
Yeah.
Someone close to you. It could be your job saying you shouldn't apply for that. You're not qualified.
You're not qualified. Who are you to be, and I get frustrated sometimes at people who try to make decisions for other people because they don't feel like that person should be doing what they're doing. And who are you to say? Sometimes it could be family members. Sometimes it could be close friends. Sometimes it could just be haters and enemies that try to speak into your life to make you feel as if you're not qualified or you're not adequate enough to do what you need to do. And we need to stop that. If you don't have nothing good to say, just don't say anything. Let that person experience or grow or try to reach their goals or accomplish some things in life if they want it. And if they feel it, then just, if you can't say anything, just be like, I don't know how situation going to turn out, but if you want to do that, then I support you.
Yeah.
It
could be.
But here's another thing.
What?
Sometimes people's growth shows the inadequacies in other people's lives.
Oh, you just said something
and because they're growing, the other person know that they're not doing anything, so it makes them. It makes them feel a little shame on why am I not doing anything, and so we really have to look at those situations, the way or how people view you, because you become a threat to their complacency.
You're right.
Or to their stagnation.
You're right.
And at some point in time, you can't give a hoot about what anybody else says.
What you said? Give a hoot.
You can't give a hoot about what anybody else says. You got to be happy with yourself, because at the end of the day, when you get to the end of your life, are you going to be like, man, I had some opportunities where I could have done some great things, and I chose not to because I was listening to a bunch of chickens when I'm an eagle. Go ahead. But anyway, go ahead.
That's true. That is so true. That wow. Did anybody else say who should you tell?
Someone Lisa said I get fussed at because I don't tell too much.
Yeah. See. And that could be a part of self-preservation.
Yeah.
I'm saying it right?
Yeah.
Self-preservation.
Preservation.
It's these lips. You know.
Yeah, you're too big. Okay.
But
all right.
Yeah, it could be. It's a part of that. Me, what I like to do, I like to move in silence.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, so I'm answering the question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I like to move in silence to where nobody knows what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
I'm very sensitive.
Yeah.
You might not know this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I'm very sensitive.
Yeah.
And so my little feelings will get hurt if I'm so excited about something and then I share it and you don't share that same excitement.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to build up my confidence first to where I don't care who say whatever. I done talked to God. I done prayed about it. I done felt it in my shanana. I just felt that thing that I know that I know that I know. I'm being for real.
Yeah.
That I know that this is the path that I'm going to be.
Yeah.
It might look crazy, but usually when God has you doing stuff, it always look crazy to man because it just don't make sense. Only you and him know it. So I'm like, you know what? Go back to Dr. Phil. How's that working for you? I always go back to that.
Yeah, and no one can make a decision for you. You have to make that decision for yourself.
That's right.
No one can make it for you. And then here's the thing. Sometimes we don't want to move because we're asked advice. See, now let me tell you what immaturity is. Immaturity is when you want to get advice from others because you don't really want to make a decision for yourself.
Oh, that's
and therefore,
a good one.
what happens is you have somebody to blame if it didn't work out and someone else did what the other person told them to do. Stop it.
Oh,
you want to have to make some decisions for yourself that's going to be best for you, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to be satisfied with the decisions you make, and you can't put that on anybody else. No one made you do anything that you didn't want to do, and no one could make you do something unless you want to do it yourself. So you are going to have to make that decision on your own.
But let me tell you this to add on to that. That was just so good. You have to be okay if it looks like a failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to be so confident that because it really isn't a failure, because the only failure is if you don't try.
Yeah.
If you don't move.
Yeah.
You might have tried to move and open door A, but you were so close, you were supposed to open door B. So it's like you can put limitations on yourself if you take the plunge, but then it didn't work out favorably initially.
Yeah.
So you have to be so comfortable and so sure. That's like if you want to become an entrepreneur. You try to get a bank loan and they deny you the first bank. You really about to say, oh, no, I'm not supposed to do that. You know?
Yeah.
So you have to be okay with that.
I see closed doors as an answer for you to take another route.
Right. That door A.
Really, if door A is closed, then that obviously was not the door for you to go through. So there could be another door that you go through. Mm-hmm. And if that door is closed in your face, and sometimes you may have to go through you might not have to make it through a few doors before a door opportunity does open up for you. And there's a lot of times where persistence pays off over time, that you didn't quit, that you didn't give up, you didn't relent, you just kept pushing, kept persevering, kept having a tenacious attitude and mindset. And what happens over that, I really do believe that you get rewarded for your consistency on trying. Over a period of time. And when you're consistent and you keep trying, you get rewarded for that. And here's the other thing. You learn so much from those closed doors or those opportunities that seem like they went awry or they failed, but you never lose anything. There's a book, I'm giving credit to John Maxwell, but he wrote a book called "You Win Some and You Learn Some."
You
You don't lose unless you don't learn from it.
That's
and
good.
So that's cool.
I think we have a
We got a
comment. And
comment?
we have a second question we got to get to.
Yeah, we are.
Is there a comment right there, baby?
Fear. That was the comment. Fear.
Yeah,
Fear can
that'll
be
stop
debilitating.
you. Yeah, it can be.
And it can stop you from really pursuing, or even, you know what, fear of the unknown, not knowing how it's going to work out, and you don't move and you stay in a miserable situation because you're fear of what's going to happen if I don't stay in a place where I know the outcome because I've been doing it over a long period of time.
That's true, because you're complacent and you're comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read one more comment. Kendra had a comment. I'm at my watch party. Be discerning in who you share with.
Yeah.
If you share it all. Most times I don't share, but when I do share, God has shown me who to share with.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I've learned the hard way that everyone is not excited about your growth. I've also had to learn to be okay with family and close friends not always celebrating with me because they don't understand the vision that God has given me.
That's awesome.
There it is.
That's awesome.
That's a good way. That's a good way to say it.
You can't share everything with everybody because everybody don't understand your path or your plight and what God has said to you. And what God has said to you is for you. It's not for everybody else. Now, if God reveals it to you for you to share it with somebody else, then share it because they could be someone that can help you run with the vision that you have.
That's good.
Yeah. So that's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Question 2. We're going to go ahead to question 2.
Can I read it?
Go ahead and read it, Boo.
Okay. How long do you wait before you make the change?
How
long do you wait before you make the change?
All right.
What time is it?
7:41.
Ooh,
all right.
Lord,
how long do you wait before you make the change? Go ahead. Give us your answers.
Why I always got to go first?
Because you the lady.
How long do you wait before you make the change? Everyone has their. I really thought you were going to take this. You know, I go first. You go second. Everyone. There is no specific time. You know when you've had enough. The problem is when you keep waiting and you know it's time to make a change and you don't do anything. That's the issue. So you can't ever say everyone's timeline is different. There's no cookie cutter. There's no cookie cutter answer to that. But everyone does get that notion that
enough is enough.
Enough is enough. I'm tired. You could be coming home from work one day driving and bam, it hits you. It just comes. Yeah. When everything makes sense, that's when it's time to make, like when you get clarity, like, you know what? This ain't working.
Yeah.
This ain't working.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
That's when it's time. I think somebody commented or said something.
Lisa said when I get confirmation.
That's a good confirmation.
Yeah. I'll say this from my point of view is when enough is enough, it becomes you're so agitated and you're so irritated to where you can't function. It bothers you so much. That's where you feel like, okay, I got to make a change.
That's a good one. When your kids say, why mom and dad always mean? Why they always all of a sudden why you always yelling?
Now that could have been, you might have moved past that period of when you were supposed to. You know,
and now you're making everybody uncomfortable.
And now you're making everybody miserable because you didn't move when you were supposed to. So I would say that sometimes God will allow you to become irritated so that you can make the change. But when that irritation becomes volatile to everybody in the environment, it's just an explosive environment, you should have made that change a little while back, because now you are explosive. You are explosive. You are volatile, and and that's not where you want to be. Because you make everybody else miserable around you because you didn't make a decision when you should have made it.
And it's so funny how God loves us so much, and he can be comical too. He will send an agitator around to make you move when he wants you to move.
When he wants you to move.
He wants you to move.
Yeah.
Something would just be just gnat. It just be it's just aggravating you until you do something about it. You got to lose some stuff.
Yeah.
Folks start missing.
Yeah.
You know, money start looking funny.
Yep.
You know, things like that. He will start allowing havoc to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
In order for you to walk in the purpose that he has for you.
Yeah. I've had a moment like that.
We all have. Oh my God.
My goodness.
I've had money looking funny.
Yeah.
You know,
staying with friends because I missed the opportunities and lost jobs. Every aspect that could have happened.
Yeah,
it happened.
Yeah.
You know, all of those things are part of the process that it helps you to grow and mature, to see the signs of when they're coming again. And when you start seeing those signs, you know that you're getting to the end of your road. And you don't want to fall off the cliff, so you might as well go ahead and make those decisions beforehand, because you don't want it to get too late to where now you have to halt and your whole life becomes disrupted in a sense. But sometimes God has to disrupt your life.
He does.
For you to be able to see where he's trying to take you and what you need to be doing. So, you know, but it may take a while. It may take a while, but I think at the particular point when you get it, just move. And
he always gives away
the movement. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't want to interrupt.
The movement that you make, you gotta be able to say, you know what, I'm not going to mess around anymore. I'm not going to allow myself or any other situation stop me from making the decision that I need to make in order for my life to progress. And it's a hard decision to make because change is always hard. But I heard even a friend of mine, he said, if you don't continue to change, you're gonna have to change to continue.
That's good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we know we have one more question to ask, but we're going to take a little commercial break, and we're going to we're still selling tickets for our holiday party in December. So get your tickets. We have a lot. We have a lot in store. So here's like a quick minute for his video.
December 14th at 7 p.m. You are invited to a formal couples holiday celebration with the Hardmans in Atlanta, Georgia. Both married or dating couples are invited to this formal affair. There will be dinner, live entertainment, and dancing. Only $100 per couple. Come join us in this romantic and elegant affair. Tickets are now available on Eventbrite. Search OURBONDLIVE on December 14th at 7 p.m. Limited seating. Get your tickets early.
Okay.
All right.
We would love as many couples to join us. You don't have to be married. You can be dating, engaged, you know, or it could be a blind date.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We're still getting some comments. Dara said, we know about fear of failure, but some people are afraid of success as well.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Because that's the unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's pressure to continue to be successful.
Right.
if you get to the top, then what happens if you can't stay on top?
Because you have to keep working.
You have to keep working.
You have to keep.
Yeah.
You have to keep grinding.
Yeah.
You have to keep.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, though, when you are evolving and you are growing, the work becomes easier.
Yeah.
Not to say, because you're closer to your purpose. Not to
Yeah.
say it's not to say easy, meaning you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But you're loving to get out of bed.
Yeah.
You're it's not work.
Yeah.
Might be
Yeah.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
But it comes naturally because
Yeah.
it's a part of you.
Part of you. Who you are.
So my take on that with success, if you're tired of being tired, right now, what other choice? It's like you either stay there
Or you
or
wanna stay where you are.
Yeah, you either stay where you are
or you
do something different
Yeah. Yeah.
to bring more joy, more
Fulfillment. Yeah.
more peace.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can have more joy and more fulfillment and peace working more. Because you'll be living in your purpose and living
Yeah.
in your calling to where it's like a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from these standpoints, we go back to Tami Roman, we go back to Andrew Luck. There were still some goals that they want to accomplish.
Oh, definitely.
There were
That's
still
good.
some different things that they wanted to do. This was just one aspect of their life, but that is not the totality of who they are. And sometimes you have seasons in where you have to shift
That's
into
good.
different things, because at that particular point, you're at a season in life where what you were doing becomes stale and stagnant. And you have to say, do I want to stay in this, or is this where I'm supposed to be, or am I supposed to be going somewhere else? And a lot of times you get inklings or you get notions that you should be doing something different.
Right.
And those notions come, God may give you a quickening in your spirit to just let you feel like, hey man, this ain't where you're supposed to be. You know where you're supposed to be, and I've already given you an opportunity to get to that place. Now just start to walk it out in your life.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got one more question.
One more question.
All right.
What time is it?
We got 10 minutes or 9 minutes. One more question.
This is
question
my favorite.
number 3.
This is my favorite question. You read it.
Can it be lonely on the other side of change? Ooh. Can it be lonely on the other side of change?
Can it be lonely on the other side of change? So let's break that down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this means, if you don't understand the question, so enough was enough. You were tired of being tired, right? So then you made the change.
Yeah.
You either told people or you didn't tell people, but whatever you did, you made the change.
Yeah.
Now you're living on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it can be lonely.
Yeah.
And then you start second guessing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Was it the right thing to do? Or, man, I thought they were my friends.
Yeah.
I thought they loved me.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody calling me no more.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming to see me. Ain't nobody texting me no more.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to come to my my baby's birthday parties, or I'm just saying stuff, just
different things could happen.
Different things. Oh, ain't nobody calling me to go out to dinner anymore or lunch.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Yeah.
I thought this was for me. Wait, we have some comments.
We have a couple of comments. Lisa said it shouldn't.
Oh.
Some Dara said yes. Some of the people used to run with you drop you. And I'll say this to your comment, Lisa. When you say it shouldn't, there will be always someone who will be there to give you a level of encouragement.
That's God.
But
always
the majority, and I'll say this, the majority, when you begin to think on a different level, the people sometimes who are not thinking on that level can't go with you.
They receive
because they were only up to this point, but you're still progressing and you're still growing. Not trying to make it seem like you're better than them or bigger than them or anything like that, but it could be some of the ideas that God has given you or that you have for yourself could outgrow of where they're willing to go. And so sometimes it's going to take some level of separation for you to get there if they can't understand where you're going. But I believe that there's always someone who will be there to give you a level of encouragement, to be someone that can kind of push you and help you, or to be someone, and it might not even be anybody in your family. It might not be anybody in your close friends. It could be someone who don't even know you, but just drop a line of encouragement in your life to give you that nugget that you need to keep on pressing.
And I have Tamika was like, yes, definitely. Then Kendra, perhaps initially it will feel lonely because you had to leave some folks behind that you really cared about. But on the other side of change, on that next level, you will have new and greater influencers to assist you as you continue to grow and ascend. Like that ascend.
Yeah. And Lisa said true, that is why my circle is so small. Sometimes you may have a small circle because you can only, fly with a certain group of people. Now, if you do a study of eagles fly alone.
That's true. They do.
Because they can handle the altitude that they're in. Everybody can't handle that altitude that you're going to. So sometimes they got to stay where they are. So if you're soaring to a higher place, it might be only room for you to be up there. But what may happen is it may give you the ability to help somebody lift them up too.
That's what I was
saying. And help them soar.
Because
as well.
they're not all bad people. Just because they didn't grow with you, grow with you, does not make them bad people.
Yeah.
It just wasn't their time to be. Their season has ended.
Yeah.
But I promise you, they still watching.
They still watching, man.
They're looking. They might be on Facebook or Instagram, not liking any of your comments or anything like that. But they're looking and they're watching, and you could really be a testimony to them. You could really be helping them. You could be a
blessing to them
because they might be going through their own issues and have not said anything. To anyone, but you'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
My mama always used to tell me she would always, after everything, I would say, "Well, Mama, why this happen? Why
did they leave? Why they not my friend anymore?"
She would say is, "Baby, just keep living."
Yeah,
and I now sometimes say that to my girls, like the full circle of life. You will see over time how some of those people will come right back around. And it's like, I always say it is this. When God does something in your life, he wants to get the glory. So he has to show the light through you. So you're going to see him again.
Yeah, you're going to see him.
You're going to see him again because he needs to show that he worked it out in your life. And I see my production assistant is saying we got me another comment. Tiffany says it's hard to soar like an eagle if you surround yourself with turkeys. That is so true.
That is true.
That is so true.
Yeah.
And they just don't understand.
They
just do not understand. But them turkeys see the eagle though.
Yeah. They see the eagle.
They see it.
Yeah. And I believe when you soar, you have an opportunity to just be a level of encouragement.
That's true.
Don't stop or don't let other people stop you from getting to where you need to go. And if enough is enough in this situation, could it be that it's trying to propel you to another situation? There are so many analogies that I've learned and heard over the course of time and reading. Even when you read, you enlighten yourself. So be good readers because great leaders are great readers. But anyway, a clam only produces a pearl when it becomes irritated. And the irritation of the clam causes it to form a little pocket on the inside of irritation. And as that irritation continues to happen over a period of time, it produces a pearl. So your irritation and your agitation puts you in a position to produce something that's great. If you allow it. Don't stay in the position of where you are, but allow the irritation to propel you and push you to produce something great. And greatness comes from sometimes being frustrated with the situation. People invented things because they were tired of dealing with certain situations.
That there's nothing else to say after that. I can't come back after that pearl analogy. So think about. I know our time has come up. That was awesome. Mm-hmm. I hate that we have to end.
Yeah, it goes so quick.
Really getting good.
Right.
But food for thought of what he said. Think about the pearl. Mm-hmm. You are a pearl, and it is a precious jewel. Mm-hmm. And that's what you are. Yeah. And so once you believe it, you can walk that thing out.
Last comment. I do have that, and God sends people I don't know my way to encourage me and them. Thanks for that. So, all right, we're good. Listen, we pray that this was something that we all can grow from, and that it blesses us. And there is a time to say enough is enough. When I believe you're going to the next level, you have to stop where you are on this level in order to get to the next level. All right.
Alrighty. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Share this video.
Continue to
share.
Don't forget, follow us on the different platforms.
Yeah, we really pray that this blessed your life tonight. Mm-hmm. You follow us. Instagram. In 2 weeks, we're going to be going live on YouTube too.
All right.
So thanks, y'all. Love y'all.
All right. Till next time. Peace.